Hey guys, welcome back to Minecraft The End. Today we will be reading chapter 23, and it is titled A Tide of Memory. It starts on page 232 and goes to page 237. If you guys have enjoyed this novel so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Minecraft novels and books. Without further ado, chapter 23, A Tide of Memory. Finn alone sat on the deck of the ship. The night flowed all around him. There was a certain taste in the air, a tang of ozone and burnt obsidian. Telos crumbled in the distance. The end was coming apart, getting to be ready to be reborn. Only this time without her, and no one would know the difference. He remembered everything. Oh, Finn the Archmage, his life in the overworld, what pigs looked like, how many times he had discovered how big Grandpa's box really was. Everything. In that magical space between the end and the beginning, his mind was completely clear. But he didn't much care. He held a book up in his lap, one of the ones from the hold, the empty hold. At the end of the last cycle, it had been crammed full to bursting. No war that time. No Commander Courage. This time he'd have to start from scratch in every way. The book was Curse of Binding Level 2. Finn turned to the first page. You can add the Curse of Binding enchantment to any piece of armor, such as helmets, chest plates, leggings, or boots, it read. Old Finn, the Archmage, turned the page over and began to write on the back. I am not afraid any more. So much has happened. Courage is dead by now, by his own hand. Ursha is dead. Carson and Kanika are dead. Mo is gone. The inner dragon is dead. Poor Lonesome. Poor Grumpo. Poor all of us. The end itself is coming apart. The islands cannot hold. The sky is falling. If I try to forget what I'm looking at, it's beautiful. Really so beautiful. The towers of Telos are falling like confetti. It is coming. The great tide of memory will wash over me, and I will know nothing about all this grief. And do you know? I think I welcome it. I have retreated to the ship, lying on the deck. I can watch the night tear itself apart. When I close my eyes, I can hear Can playing it somewhere far away. Good. He is alive. I'm glad. He's coming to find me, to be part of my end. It's almost here. I can feel it moving through the islands, completely inevitable. Why fight it? All hail the great chaos. Blessed be the beginners. See you on the other side. Ultimo. A cool hand slipped into his. Not if I see you first, Mo said. Finn went pale. Then he tackled her on one of the greatest and fiercest hugs in recorded human history. You're alive! One of the Telesin pagodas tumbled off the side of the island into the void. Mo patted her pocket. Totem of Undying brings you back feeling like a roadkill, but it brings you back. I understand how to use it now, so here I am. You can't keep a good brewmaster down. They lay back on the deck of their home, looking up at the starless night, the starless future. They listened to Can's music, getting closer and closer as he walked toward them. Not teleporting, but walking, as his friends did, as his end did. He would be here soon. He quite literally couldn't be late. I wish we'd fixed it, like you wanted, Ultimo said. I think I've said that exactly 1,000 times. I don't know, Finn sighed. Maybe we're as fixed as we're going to get. It's only them. Jess and Jackson, Rory and Cole. They didn't deserve to get mixed up in our little dance down here. They should be up there, kicking pigs and dancing in the rain. Mo brushed her long dark hair out of her face. About that, she said. I don't think Ultimo the Magnificent can really take an L that big. It's just not in her nature. But you know what that means, Finn nodded. Can you make that choice for them? Finn the Archmage squeezed her hand. He stroked her face with his hand. Not his twin, but still his family. You saw them. The cycle is getting worse. It's evolving. It's changing the laws of nature. Endermen use weapons and build armies, and apparently humans don't respond. I'm only here because of my totem. And here's hoping I remember to grab another one on the next go around. They should have woken up in their own beds, but you saw them. They were just lying there on the ground, cold and quiet and gone. We can't leave them like that. We just can't, and you never know. Grumpo said they were new. Maybe this is what changes everything. Maybe this time it's different. Mo nodded. She pulled a few things out of her infinitely deep pockets, assembling them on the deck with the practiced ease of an expert. 5 potions in a neat row, regeneration potions, but more powerful than any the overworld had ever seen since Ultimo the Magnificent lit out for parts unknown. If it's not, she said as she finished, that's okay too. I've had a good 1,000 lives with you, Finn. 1,000 more won't hurt. But will they remember us? If this works, if they come back like we do, will we remember them? Mo sat back on her heels. No, she sighed. I don't think we will. I don't want to forget again. I don't want to forget Jess or any of them, he added quickly. Me neither, but we never remember. She capped off the potions. At first, maybe this time, there will be some small things that's different. That sparks us, like it did this time. Maybe it'll be Grumpo or Losum or ED or something Can says, or the glint in Rory's eye. Maybe it'll even be awful or old Kraj. Maybe it'll be Jax calling me a melon, or Cole laughing, or Jess swinging her sword. Maybe all of us together. Maybe we'll stack, even though we're humans. Become something more than we were separately. Something new, something chaotic. And maybe we'll begin to remember next time, before it's too late, when there's still time for remembering to matter. Maybe this time we do it all right, and everything changes. Can's dark head appeared over the side of the ship as he floated toward them. He let his note block fall silent. They didn't have to say anything. They never did. Finn, Mo, and Can walked down into the hold together and sat down to rest. Then Mo decided nothing could really be awkward when the universe was collapsing. She snuggled into Can's side. Finn leaned against their backs, and they waited, the slumber party at the end of the world. Can you feel it? I can feel it coming, she whispered, like a tsunami. First the water retreats, and for a minute you think everything is going to be okay. Then it rises up and washes everything away. I love you. I love you too, Ultimo, Can said. He squeezed her tight. You really were magnificent. Mo winked. You too, Green. You too. See you on the other side, whispered Elfin the Archmage. The wave of memory passed over the ship an hour later. Finn and Mo and Ken fell asleep long before it came. The world shifted and tilted and righted itself and remembered nothing. About an hour after that, the shulker box at the back of the ship creaked open. Something emerged. Not a shulker, not an enderman, not a creeper or a skeleton or a witch or a human. Something the color of a shulker and the shape of the unpredictability of all life. Very gently and tenderly, Grumpo fitted a pumpkin onto Finn's head and then Mo's. He'd do the same for the others when they turned up. It wouldn't be long now. Grumpo tucked in the vines and made sure they looked nice and neat. He bent down and kissed each of their foreheads. I hate you both so terribly much. The great chaos whispered and vanished. Over here we have a poem. The atoms of the player were scattered in the grass, in the rivers, in the air, in the ground. A woman gathered the atoms. She drank and ate and inhaled, and the woman assembled the player in her body. And the player awoke from the warm, dark world of its mother's body into the long dream. And the player was a new story never told before, written letters of DNA. And the player was a new program, never run before, generated by source code, a billion years old. And the player was a new human, never alive before, made from nothing but milk and love. You are the player, the story, the program, the human, made from nothing but milk and love. Shh. Sometimes the player created a small, private world that was soft and warm and simple. Sometimes. Gullion Go, Minecraft, and Poem. That wraps up chapter 23, and we have one chapter left. I hope that you guys stay tuned for that. And if you guys enjoyed this chapter, make sure you hit that like button for more Minecraft novels. I will see you guys next time.